For some, judo is just a sport. For me, judo is my life. Winning the Olympic title was my biggest accomplishment. Defending it will be my biggest challenge. To me, judo means respect, fair play and self-control. I am Lukas Krpalek. I love judo because I love the challenge.
Well, a very good afternoon and welcome back to Riga in Latvia for the final block on the third and final day of competition. We're about to get underway with all the medal matches. 2 tatami for you to enjoy. Down on mat number 1, the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 81 kilo category features Milan Radul of Serbia. He'll be up against Gor Karapetian of Armenia. It'll be Radul in the white judogi, Karapetian in blue. And then on mat number 2, it'll be Stefan Zubovic of Serbia up against Ilya Musatov of Russia. Zubovic in the white judogi, Musatov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Francesco Soldano of Italy. And with commentary on this one, it's a very warm welcome and a good afternoon to Lincoln Hahn. Good afternoon, Lincoln.
Good afternoon, Sheldon. It's good to be back here for the finals block. And here we're looking at the match between Zubovic and Musatov. Zubovic had 5 fights before coming to this contest, and Musatov had 4 fights. So Musatov dropped from the semi-final into this bronze medal contest. And in the under 81 kilograms division, we have 25 players today. Not the biggest division, but not small either.
I was impressed with Musatov earlier on, and then he got caught by the Georgian. It's his turn to do the catching.
That's an ippon in the first, well, let's say first minute.
Well, some degree of compensation for Musatov. I think he fancied his chances going a bit further. However, he is on the podium. He does pick up the bronze medal. And a neat counter there.
Yeah, that's you saw Zubovic just didn't have the upper body control, and you know the Russians are very good with this type of situation, as we have seen.
The tip.
All right, so that was quick.
Yeah, and after another look at that, we'll be able to go down to mat number 1 and pick up the action in the other bronze medal contest, which is taking place down there between Milan Radul of Serbia. He's in the white judogi. He's up against Gor Karapetian of Armenia in blue. We joined the contest with 2.5 minutes left to go. There's no score. Both fighters have picked up a Shido apiece.
And both of them came to this fight with 4 prior fights. And I think it's the Karapetian who dropped from the semi-final into this bronze medal contest.
We were talking over the last couple of days about the horror story of coming in as the number 1 seed, getting to the semi-final, losing the semi-final, going into the bronze medal match, and then losing the bronze medal match and going away empty-handed.
I think the Serbian boy Radul is the number 1 seed of this category.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
He runs the risk of experiencing that horror story, I'm afraid. Karapetian, busy-looking fighter, isn't he?
Well, Karapetian, he's not a very aggressive fighter. He likes to wait for the right moment and do a big throw.
After contest still to come, looks as though they're considering giving a second Shido, this time to Karapetian for that direct bear hug, arms around the waist.
Can't say I'm surprised looking at his previous fights where he really likes that hug around the waist. Not completely a bear hug, but close enough.
Yeah, he's paid the price there on Uchimata, right-sided chance.
That's
for
what
the-
he likes,
yeah.
picking up. Okay. Well, I think he lost that chance.
Almost got in there, didn't he?
Well, it's okay to hug around the waist if he gets one grip first.
Yeah, exactly. Initial contact and then in for the arms around the waist.
So I think Karapetian finds himself in familiar territory with 2 penalties and a minute and a half to go. I think one of his earlier matches he was able to win despite of being down by 2 penalties with just a little bit of time remaining on the clock.
Unusual grip from Radolia there, just for a moment.
I was just about to say. Oh, another big pickup and really couldn't get the finish.
You don't see that very often, do you? Utsuri-goshi,
Yeah.
changing him. Because you almost had him up to then come in again. That would have been quite spectacular.
Well, it looks like Karapetian's very comfortable getting close and picking up his opponent. It's just something I think he feels confident. And it is a technique you really have to be absolutely confident to execute. You can't do it half-heartedly.
And there's a great deal of control that is required in the execution of that technique, because there is a part where your opponent is almost getting away from you and you have to readjust.
That's right. That's the risky part, because
Yeah.
oh, here we go again, and could go. Wow. And I think Raduli kind of picked up on that.
He's brave, isn't he?
He probably thinks, oh, you know, I'm gonna get picked up again, so better find a solution for it.
I'm not sure if he's found one yet. But he persists with his own hip techniques, which is, you know, brave. But Karapetian almost appears to be ready to pounce should the opportunity present itself.
Just gotta be careful that gripping. Okay, no penalty. I held my breath for a while just to see what they give. Oh, that's gotta be careful with that. Breaking the grip.
Right at the end there, a rather weak Sumigeishi effort. Hardly worth calling it that, but that's what it was. Untidy, I think. We just call it an untidy effort. Into golden score then. 2 penalties against Karapetian, just the 1 against Radulia. So a slight advantage to the Serbian, given that he could pick up another penalty and still be in it, whereas Karapetian would receive Hansokumake. So he can't afford another error.
He really tries hard with that Uchimata. Oh, change of direction. I don't think
Turned the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't think Karapetian felt threatened enough from that.
Yeah, once Radulia had hooked in, there wasn't that out for Karapetian to turn onto his side, because he would be going down onto his side as a result of the Serbians' attack.
Right.
So any contact that he made with the tatami was going to result in him giving up a score. He turned the wrong way.
Uchimata and Ouchigari. Oh, he really circled around with the leg.
Yeah.
You know, he really drew it out half moon.
He was going back towards the referee. His head needed to be going this way down.
Right.
And he went backwards. If he wanted to get out of that, he had to get out of that by going onto his front, coming towards the camera.
Right.
But he turns his head and goes towards the referee. And once he does that, he's going to go down onto his side.
Oh, it was a nice combination. Change of direction from Radul. So, goes it. Bronze medal for the Serbian.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Alexandra Loladze of Georgia is going up against Jason Okoye of France. It'll be Loladze in the white judogi, Okoye in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vale Maharamov of Azerbaijan. In walks the Georgian. And we've just got the Frenchman preparing and waiting and taking his turn now to come in. Nervous times for both these young men as they make their way to the middle. Not an unusual sight to see a Georgian in a final or a Frenchman. So we should expect a bit of fireworks here. Anyway, we're underway. Here's Lincoln.
Well, both had 3 prior fights coming into this final. I think that was the best way to go for a medal match, is just to go straight into the preliminaries without having to go through repechage. And now we have a
could be on here.
Yeah, well, we gotta be careful. The referee's gotta pay close attention.
Yeah,
to
he's had to tap.
Okay, that's a clear tap. There's no doubt about that. And Okoye
just left his chin up on the way down. No doubt you'll see that in the replay, but he didn't get tucked in quick enough to defend against that.
it looks like
Sharpman underneath.
Yep, you can see that. In fact, he got completely caught by surprise. And the Georgian had the right leg over the shoulder, so there was really no good defense to that from there.
Yeah, it was too late once they were on their way down, because he begins to apply this from this position. He senses the opportunity to apply the shimiwaza very, very early, and Okoye hasn't seen that. He hasn't felt it, and he's not defending that. He's still looking to get away from the previous situation, and Loladze is already into the next one.
But this is a good angle to see, you know, it was indeed a tap, actually several taps.
Nice finish as well there. Well, that category was over fairly quickly, wasn't it, Lincoln?
I think it was probably the fastest final so far.
Which brings us neatly to the next weight category, which is the under 70 kilo category. And down on mat number 1, we're going to see the bronze medal contest between Alexandra Kowalewska of Poland. She goes up against Elena Deng of Austria. It'll be Kowalewska in the white judogi, Deng in blue. And then down on mat number 2, that's the contest that we're going to be featuring. It'll be Ingrid Nielsen of Sweden. She's going to be up against Alisa Videnieva of Ukraine. Nielsen in the white judogi, Videnieva in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Thomas Juntner of Germany. I had a chance to speak to both of the athletes for completely different reasons, but all sporting, and I don't know which way this is going to go, because I saw a little bit of Nielsen. I suspect, however, that Videnieva feels as though she's got something to prove, given that there was a slight bit of controversy about her semi-final contest, which she lost and
Right.
put her in the bronze medal contest. She feels a bit hard done by, and the fact that her teammate is in the final, and she could very well have been going up against her, but those are all asides to the action that's taking place here on the tatami.
Well, this is definitely the biggest category by numbers. We have 29 players for the under 70 kilograms, and that's Vazari to Nielsen.
Yeah, Videnieva giving up a soft score there, to be honest. Got
Yeah.
herself in a poor position, and then instead of being able to turn out and off it, her hands went back, and she gave up the score by sitting on her backside and both hands looking to avoid going on her back. She's got to pick herself up here. Her head is down, got to get out that position. That's a strong left arm up and around the collar, and got to get out of there.
Oh,
Almost getting caught again.
Nielsen is really bringing the attacks to her opponent. Maybe you saw that. Yep, she posted on her arms, on her hands.
Yeah, no doubt about the score. Ooh, more trouble again. Mind you, the arm is on the other side this time. And if you can just tuck the head over, she can draw a penalty for Nielsen for having both hands on one side. And that had a little bit to do with Videnieva being clever. She just put the head up and kept the arm over there on one side. Oh, Chikari missed out, almost countered.
Well, Nielsen's got a very strong forward attack, and I think she's really looking to finish this fight without taking it too far. And again, another Ouchigari.
Well, she can't continue to wait on Nielsen's attacks, Videnieva. She's got to pick up the tempo here and start to be first.
Oh, that drop seal nagi just missed the lift and rotation. And Nielsen is looking very strong.
Yeah, the shape of the contest now is beginning to look in Nielsen's favor. You don't want that to transmit to the referee. That was a better attack, left-sided, quite strong. She's fallen in onto her back, but she's got the leg trapped and they're off the tatami anyway, so the referee calls mate with 1:41 left to go. Nielsen still leading by that single Wazari. There's plenty of time left on the clock. Nielsen looks strong, so that's not going to come into it for the time being. But it's Videnieva who's really got to pick up the tempo here.
It looks like Videnieva is just a little bit too defensive for. She's just reacting, you know.
Yeah, it's the right arm that's going over the top, that's just pulling the head down a little bit, and she feels threatened, and she hasn't been able to keep that arm off, get a strong grip and take control of the gripping exchange. She's coming off second best in the grips, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and Nielsen can definitely sense that she's getting better off her opponent. Oh, and she gets, is that a counter? And they're giving Vazari to Nielsen because it looks like Videnieva fell first before initiating that counter.
Well, given that she already had Wazari, a simple Wazari isn't enough.
Okay.
Is it?
Right.
So he should have been signaling Wazari, Awazete Ippon.
Correct.
He hasn't signaled that. So my feeling is, and he pointed to white. So he signaled Wazari and he pointed to white. Well, that's Wazari Awazete Ippon.
Right, because Nielsen came in with the Osoto and did get her opponent to fall on the side.
Yeah, that's a score for, if there's going to be a score, it's got to be for Nielsen.
double disappointment for Videnieva, and a joy for Nielsen getting the bronze medal. So let's move over.
Yeah, we can go down to mat number 1. You're quite right, Lincoln. We pick up the action down on mat number 1. The other bronze medal contest taking place down there. Alexandra Kowalewska of Poland is up against Elena Deng. It's Kowalewska of Poland in white judogi, Deng of Austria in blue. We join the contest with only 20-odd seconds left to go. Elena Deng is leading by Wazari.
Well, Deng came strong through the preliminaries, and she just fell to the Ukrainian girl Litvenko of the semifinal. So she's leading here with just a few seconds left on the clock.
And she can afford to burn a Shido here, Deng. Didn't need to in the end.
And that's the end of this contest. So Deng keeps her Wazari and wins the bronze medal.
Deng was the number 2 seed, by the way, this morning.
And I believe she also, let me just double check she also participated in the last, yes, she also participated in the 2019 European Championships for cadets.
I think I've seen her somewhere else, I can't remember where. Anyway, we come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Eva Ronya Budenkota of Germany goes up against Yelisaveta Litvinenko of the Ukraine. It will be Budenkota in the white judogi, Litvinenko in blue. We've had a good look at both of these fighters today. I've been really impressed with Yelisaveta Litvinenko. Very, very strong athlete, and I think Budenkota is going to have her hands full when they get out into the middle, and in the middle they'll find waiting for them the referee for this one, and that is Martina Progmet of Croatia. There you go.
Well, we followed the top half of the pool earlier for the under 70 kilograms division, so I got to see Budenkot fight, and she came in here with 4 matches, and scored right away for Litvinenko.
Yeah. Unseeded Budenkota, the German, and the number 3 seed Yelisaveta Litvinenko. She's been the class act of the competition, to be honest, in the weight category. Oh, look at that!
That's another one.
Oh my
and
goodness
that's all
me.
over.
What a lovely twitch, and Budenkota fell for it. That little shape of the knee to the front, and then the leg around the back. Beautifully done. What a twitch that was. Absolutely bought it.
Oh, that's the first Shimada to Kouchigari. And just getting the lift, and then taking out the supporting leg. And then that classic Uchimada to Tani Otoshi.
She just sells her that feint.
It's beautifully done. Yeah. And it's worth to note that Litvinenko was also in the European Championships for cadets 2 years ago. One of the few who is here again. And now she goes home with a gold medal, finishing her cadet career in style.
Yeah, that was real quality, wasn't it?
Hey, it was.
Enjoyed that. I mean, I was kind of building up to it by saying she's the class act of the competition. Well, that weight category, and then she just delivered, absolutely delivered in that final.
I think every match she won by Wazari or Ippon. I don't remember there's a match where she won by penalties.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Ilya Musatov of Russia, and there's a bronze medal also for Miljan Rador of Serbia. Silver medal goes to Jason Okoye of France. The gold medal goes to Alexandra Loladze of Georgia.
Please stand for the national anthem of Georgia.
Loladze gets to hear his anthem, topping the podium. The Georgian, the gold medal winner in the under 81 kilo category. Just looking to see, he wasn't one of the top 8 seeds, but well, he was actually. I beg your pardon. He's a number 4 seed. Loladze coming in today.
That was a very satisfying finish in the final.
Yeah, we've seen 2 quality finishes in the finals, haven't we?
Yes.
One from Loladze throwing Okoye, and then the other one there. I mean, that was just so impressive. Yelisaveta Litvinenko throwing Budinkota twice. But the second one was an absolute, that was a gem. You want to keep that for the highlights reel. Terrific.
Oh, definitely.
Piece of work. Right, we come now to the next of the weight categories. It's the under 90 kilo category. 2 bronze medal matches to bring you down. On mat number 1, it'll be Anton Fedin of Russia. He's going to go up against Ilman Neziroyev of Belgium. It'll be Fedin in the white judogi. Nesekoyev, beg your pardon, Nesekoyev of Belgium in blue. They're going to make their way down to mat number 2.
And now let's welcome the athletes.
We're slightly ahead of ourselves here because we've already announced the athletes for mat number 2, but the stadium announcer is having a good time, isn't he? Here's his turn to bring them in, and then down on mat number 2, it will be Aliza Shikalizada of Azerbaijan to go up against Akhil Mamulashvili of Georgia. Shikalizada in the white judogi, Mamulashvili in blue. The referee in the middle for this one will be Elman Kurbanov of Russia. And you were kind of saying that there was this Eastern Bloc feel to the proceedings earlier on. Well, Kurbanov in the middle for as far as the refereeing is concerned, and then Azerbaijan and Georgia in the middle. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right, here's Lincoln Hahn to bring commentary on this one.
We have 24 players in this category, and we followed mainly this category for the male today, and we have seen some big actions from both of these players. Shkalizada came in with 4 previous matches, and Mamlashvili had 3 previous matches, and he dropped to the bronze medal fight from semi-final against the finalist Ruslan Semenko of Russia. So both are from a region where they have similar styles of wrestling and judo. We can expect to see a lot of close contact, big throws. So no one from this weight category had a participation at the previous European Championships for cadets, which was in 2019 in Warsaw. So both have the belt grip. There's 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. We're looking at just 1 penalty to each player here. And you can see the style very similar. Both like to have close. Oh, and Sasai Tsukumiyashi straight into Kisagatami, Kuzuri Kisagatami, with the arm under the armpit on the other side. A very tight pull on that sleeve. So Ippon just under the halfway mark. You can see a very close grip with the arm around the bicep and under the armpit. Big rotation.
That COVID-19 throat swab that you had has caught up with you, hasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Got a bit of a tickle in your throat there.
Definitely. I think I need to get some water. I'm getting too excited to see that nice Sasai Tsukumiyashi. Ouchigari feint and then step in deep, blocked right over the foot for that rotation. You can see he just came in really deep. He had that left arm under the armpit on his opponent's right side to help with that rotation over the back.
Well, we were going to go down to mat number 1, but there's no need because Nesir Koyev of Belgium has just finished off Anton Fedin.
Well, both finished around the same time, and both finished in style, it seems.
Nesir Koyev winning down there. So that leaves us with the final of the under 90 kilo category.
That's right.
Ruslan Semenko of Russia goes up against Francesco Basso of Italy. It'll be Semenko in the white judogi, Basso in blue. And the referee just about to take his spot in the middle. That is Jans de Bruin of the Netherlands.
Under 90 kilograms. This is the referee from the Netherlands, Jans de Bruin. And now, let's welcome the athletes.
We saw some big actions from both of these earlier coming to the final. So I expect a big finish from one of them.
Representing Italy, Francesco Basso, winner of the silver and bronze medal from Continental class.
All right, Basso. Oh, straight away. Wow, I was just going to do a little bit of introduction to his techniques, and Semenko didn't even give me the time because he finished with an ippon so quickly. Morote Sionagi from the knees.
Goodness me.
That's 5 seconds final. I think it's the fastest one we had since we started the competition. Dropped under. He's got that pop and rotation.
I mean, it's very little that you can say when you've been that devastated, just absolutely blown away.
You see Semenko got that cross grip, dragged down a little bit, got a reaction from his taller opponent, and just jumped in, and there's nothing, no answer from Basso at that point.
We'll be back in the hotel by 6 o'clock.
Well, at this rate,
we will. It's only 5:05 now.
I know.
So, I mean, the speed with which they're going through these. I mean, ippons in both of the previous finals, and then that one as well, with 5 seconds, incredible.
It is. I mean, I expect a big throw from them, just not this quick.
Wow.
It's always pleasing to see.
Presenting the medals, Mr. Pislan Black, European Judo Union Sport Director.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the girls in the under 70 kilo category. The medals are being presented by Mr. Wiesław Płach, Sport Director from the European Judo Union, and the first of the bronze medals goes to Ingrid Nielsen of Sweden. There's a bronze medal also for Elena Deng of Austria. Silver medal goes to Eva Ronja Budinkota of Germany. The gold medal goes to Yelisaveta Litvinenko of Ukraine, who up to now, unless someone comes and does something absolutely stunning in the next couple of weight categories, is my player of the day. She's been just high quality execution throughout the day, in complete and total control. She had a bit of a toughie against Elena Deng in that semi-final, but apart from that, she's been absolutely untouchable. Really enjoyed watching her. Real quality judo.
Please stand for the national anthem of Ukraine.
And now the national anthem of Ukraine. 3 of the athletes on that podium, well, lost to Litvinenko in the final, and then the 2 bronze medalists actually ended up losing to her. So Litvinenko beat Nielsen in the quarterfinal, Deng in the semi-final, and then Budinkota in the final.
Yes.
The route to a medal had to go through Litvinenko.
Well, she truly had superior judo today.
And indeed. Right, we've still got 2 more weight categories to bring you, so don't go anywhere yet. We've got the plus weight categories now. We'll start with the plus 70 kilo category. And down on mat number 1, we're going to see Celia Chan, sorry. Best if it's Chinese.
Right,
Chan.
Chan.
Celia Chan, or Celia Can of France. She's going to be up against Alexandra Ryabchenko of Russia. It'll be Can in the white judogi, Ryabchenko in blue. That's down on mat number 1. We, however, are going to be concentrating on mat number 2, where we're going to see Rachel Ramant of Belgium. She'll be up against Yul Alma Mishner of Israel. It will be Ramant in the white judogi, Mishner in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one. No, that can't be right. Something I've got wrong here. Tidied it up. Yeah, we've got a different referee in the middle. That's because we're looking at the wrong contest, Joe.
Okay.
Right. So
I was looking at that too.
yeah, that I call the final. It's the bronze medal contest. This has not been a good week for me, has it? Jovana Stepanovic of Serbia goes up against Diana Semchenko of Ukraine. It's Stepanovic in the white judogi, Semchenko in blue, and that is the referee in the middle is Marian Halash of Romania. So eventually I got it. I got the right people in there. My apologies for misleading you into thinking that you were going to get the final. That is coming up next. Rachel Ramant and Yuli Alma Mishner will have that next. Here's Lincoln.
Well, that was a little bit close to the Haragoshi over there. In the plus 70 kilograms, we have 19 players, so not exactly a small division. It's definitely a smaller one of today, but in the overall competition, it's sits somewhere in the middle. And we can see that for this bronze medal contest, Spaninovic had 4 fights coming in here, and Simenchenko had 3 fights. Well, there's a little bit of a height difference between the two, the Serbian being the taller one. And we saw her trying with the Makikomi. So again, with that Soto Makikomi, just didn't really secure the upper part of the body of her opponent, which is the most important thing for any kind of winding motion, is you want to trap that arm as deep as you can, so you become one body and wind yourself around your opponent. Yuko Toshi from Simachenko already almost got herself pinned down there. Now you can see Stepanovic is working on a frontal strangle from there. This extreme right against right Aiutsu stance. This makes it difficult to enter for most techniques. And Simchenko has a double lapel grip, which keeps her opponent off, and that picks up a second penalty because she's not actively attacking, just kind of holding off her opponent. And that's another Makikomi attempt from Stepanovic, who came a little bit too low on the arm. If she can get a little bit higher on that, it would be a potential throw.
Two penalties picked up by Simchenko. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Just fear for the third error, I'm afraid.
So again, she's got that double lapel grip. Which is a strong grip, you know, for defense, but she's got to do something. And now she tries without the contact of the upper body.
Yeah, I almost feel as though if you try and close Simchenko down in the gripping here, you could draw a penalty for both of you. You're okay if you get one and she gets one, because you end up winning. I mean, that's a horrible way to go about it, but you know.
Well, tactically, it's very, very logical.
Although Simchenko did come up with an attack there, to her credit, so. She's still in there. Half a minute left to go.
Again, just back to that extreme Aiutsu stance, right against right. Well, the third penalty goes to Simchenko. Well, Stepanovic picks up her first and picks up the win of the bronze medal.
Well, we were talking about being honest with contests, weren't we? And
yes.
We honestly, we have to say honestly that was not one to write home about, unless of course your name is Stepanovic.
And now we're here back on mat 1 for the other bronze medal contest between Kankan and Rybachenko, who just celebrate her win, leading with a Mazari.
It's a bit of a hard day for Kankan, because I think, you know, just looking at that shot as they leave the mat, I imagine that Kankan is never going to fight at anything more than under 78. But here she's had to fight at plus 70,
right.
So they could be, you know, genuine heavyweights, whereas she's likely to be, you know, well, she's not going to be a super heavyweight, she'll be a heavyweight, which is the under 78 kilo category for women. Anyway, you have to go with what's offered to you in the cadets, and she's had a good run, 5th place at the European Cadet Championships. It'll be different when she goes to juniors. Right, coming
That's
up
right.
next, the final of the plus 70 kilo category for girls, and having introduced them once before, I'll try again now. Rachel Ramant of Belgium goes up against Yuli Aimer Mishna of Israel. It's Ramant in the white judogi, Mishna in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Eva Nip of Poland. Here with commentary on this final.
Well, this is definitely an interesting final because we got two girls who are still brown belts in the field where you know they beat some black belts coming into this final contest. So that's notable. And I think each had 3 fights come into this. So left against right. Both are fighting for grips. And right away with a drop from Mishner in blue. Well, Mishner is keeping her opponent from getting that dominant grip. And there Raman picks up her first penalty for passivity. Another Sodetsori Kumigoshi attempt. Just missed the body placement to generate the lift and the rotation. With a lot of these drop techniques, it's not just enough to drop. They have to drop at the right angle to place themselves so they can generate either the lift or the rotation or both. And especially when you have an Kenkayutsu, left against right situation, it's even more important to come deeper across so you don't end up being in parallel to your partner or your opponent.
Again, I can't see either of these two fighting in the plus category when they get to juniors, because it won't be plus 70 then, it'll be plus 78.
That's true.
So the likelihood is they will compete at under 78 kilos.
I think that's most likely what will happen, because we got some like really big women in the plus 78 kilograms category.
Yeah, you don't want to be mixing it with them. No.
I remember you were telling me there is a Ukrainian girl. Oh, she's like almost 2 meters tall.
Yelisaveta Kalanina.
Hmm.
Oh, good chance here. Just missed out. Got herself into a good position. Couldn't quite finish off.
So playing for the grips again. Raman tries to stay close and get the lift for the Uchimata. And can she get it? She doesn't have the sleeve hand from her opponent, but she did get the strangle. And this time it's clear.
Oh dear.
We can see that. Well, she didn't get the throw, but she did get a transition to take down into the Okurieri Jimmy.
And the new European champion, the gold medalist, representing Belgium.
So there she hooked the leg, trying for Uchimata, and Mishner blocked that. And she has the hand there for the Okurieri Jimmy for a quick strangle to get the gold medal. Well, you are right. We're really going through these categories so quickly today.
Yeah, because we've got the 2 bronze medal matches, and then the final. We've got the 2 awarding ceremonies, but well, we've got another one in the under 90 kilo category. I just remembered that. So let's get that one out of the way first. But yeah, they are going very quickly. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category. The medals are being presented by a member of the refereeing commission, Frankie de Moor. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Ilman Nesikoyev of Belgium. There's a bronze medal also for Achil Mamulashvili of Georgia. Silver medal goes to Francesco Basso of Italy. The gold medal goes to Ruslan Somenko of Russia.
Now presented by Mr. Henrik Hernandez, Latvian Judo Federation member of board.
And now the national anthem of Russia. Basso was blown away in that final, wasn't he?
Yes, I don't think he ever expected something like that quickly.
5 seconds.
That must have.
Lasted, yeah.
We still got one more category to go, but I'm safe to say that's going to go as the record for the tournament, as the fastest match.
Yeah, I can't see anyone beating that, I'm afraid. Right, as Lincoln was saying, we've got one more weight category to bring. One more weight category as far as the action is concerned, and the 2 awarding ceremonies, and then we'll have that wrap up at the end. Down on mat number 1, we're going to have a bronze medal contest between, he's going to go up against Thomas Raska of the Czech Republic, or Czechia. We'll try and find out what they want us to say there, and then we'll just stick with one. Yeah?
Well, that's a good choice.
And then the referee in the middle for this one will be Jans de Bruin of the Netherlands. He's been out there a couple of times, hasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Mr. de Bruin. He was in charge of the final in the under 90 kilo category. Mind you, he was only out there for 5 seconds, so he could probably do with being out in the middle a little bit longer this time. Let's time him.
Right.
See what his total amount of time spent in the middle has been.
So not small division for the boys heavyweight plus 90 kilograms. There are 23 players in total, and each player here had at least 3 matches coming in. I think we have Raska Thomas. He dropped from the semifinal to this bronze medal contest.
Yeah, Raska for me looks like the only one out of the 3, the only one out of the 4, because we've got 2 down on map number 1 and 2 down here, who may stay under 100 kilos. Because they're fighting at plus 90.
Right.
So the likelihood is that they will, be in that weight category. And that weight category could be under 100 or plus 100. I think the other 3, including Klein here, they're likely to go to plus 100, but not Raska. He looks like an under 100 kilo player to me.
Right. Oh, that's
Left
good,
Uchimata wasn't
good
bad, was it?
Kinsa. Yeah. So I remember seeing some much bigger players in our last competition 2 years ago in this weight category. It's a weight category where you can find someone who's just barely above 90 and someone who's like massive at 120 kilos. So we already have an Ippon on the other mat 1.
Cadaver, that is, the Georgian who's won down there.
So that match finished quickly.
I tell you, the kids want to get home, don't they?
It's been a long event. Second penalty goes to Klein for passivity.
He's finding a way to lose this,
Yeah.
the Israeli.
It's basically got still halfway to go.
He's going to have to pull back something special here, because Raska, if he's clever, as we've been saying before, you can engineer a 3rd penalty.
Right. And I think that's what he's doing. He's being very active, just moving and trying to do the throw, even if not successfully. And Klein's working on the strangle, but that's over the mouth.
But Raska's going to catch him. He's going to catch Klein coming forward, because he's got to open up now.
Right.
And once he opens up, Czech boy will have an opportunity to put him away.
Klein's posture, is a little bit bent over, pushing forward. And now he's got it over the belt grip. He has to do something with that.
Held on to it for too long. Sorry. He gifted the contest
You can say
to
that.
Raska. Well, he's young, inexperienced, so...
Well, as we expected, he gifted the contest.
At least he came back for the handshake. I mean, it's not obligatory, but it's become sort of part and parcel of what the athletes do. And he walked off. He was a little bit upset with himself, but he had the presence of mind. not only to bow, but also when encouraged to do so by Raska, to come back and say, okay, mate, you beat me fair and square.
That's true.
So Klein, unfortunately, losing out to Raska on the back of 3 penalties. It was an unfortunate way for the Israeli to lose the bronze medal contest, but to be honest, he kind of looked for that, didn't he?
Yes, he kind of got himself in that situation, and hopefully he'll do better next time.
Right, we come now to the last contest of these Cadet European Championships, the final of the plus 90 kilo category. Denis Bachayev of Russia goes up against Vladislav Dorofeev of Russia. The 2 Russians are going head-to-head here. The referee in the middle for this one is Kari Neuvonen of Finland. And just to let you know that this is Mr. Neuvonen's last contest that he'll be refereeing. He retires after today, having been an international referee for many years, and indeed refereed at 2 World Championships, in Cairo in 2005 and then Rio in 2007. A real servant of international judo. The 2 fighters just being pointed to the right spots.
Wow, that must be
They came in and stood on the wrong spots.
well. At present, it is for his last competition, a very memorable ippon between the 2 Russians at the final and the last final of the European Cadet Championships.
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
No.
Lucky we mentioned about Kari Neuvonen. I mean, can you imagine, he comes to the last contest, he might want a humdinger, and he gets a 5-second contest instead.
Look at that.
6 seconds, actually. Yeah, well, he's got 7 on the
7
clock
seconds.
there, but, you know, and he shakes his head as if to say, well, is that it then? You know, Neuvonen I'm talking about.
That made his retirement last match very easy.
Bachayev absolutely plants Dorofeev on his back there. And standing ovation from all the referees and officials for Kari Neuvonen, not the 2 that took 7 seconds to finish off the final. Gold medal going to Russia, but we kind of guessed that would happen. Bachayev taking that one, and that brings the action to a close, but we've still got the 2 awarding ceremonies to come, and it was unfortunate. We just got sidetracked by someone coming up to tell us, give us some information, just as that action was taking place. And the information that they were giving us was, don't forget to mention about Kari Neuvonen.
Well, you already did that earlier, so, well, that was emotional send-off for our referee for the final match.
Stay with us as we bring you the last 2 awarding ceremonies, and then I'll be here with Lincoln Hahn right at the end to give a wrap-up or recap of the day's action. So don't go anywhere. Right, the medals are being presented by our sports director, Katarina Rodriguez, and the first of the bronze medals goes to Jovana Stepanovic of Serbia. There's a bronze medal also for Alexandra Ryabchenko of Russia. Silver medal goes to Yuli Alma Mishina of Israel. A gold medal goes to Rachel Ramant of Belgium. Well, I said that we would be back in the hotel by 6 o'clock. I think we might be.
Well, I think you made a good call on that.
10 minutes on the wrap-up and then say goodbye to everyone and make our way back to the hotel. We hope that you've enjoyed this broadcast from Riga in Latvia. I know that some of you are going to leave us now, but before we do that, we've got another awarding ceremony to come, and the national anthem of Belgium.
Thank you, and now inviting people for the final final. Congratulations to the new European champion, Belgium, the silver medalist, Yuri Alma Mishne, Israeli gold medalist.
Stepanovic and Ryabchenko were the bronze medal winners. Mishina took the silver, and it was Ramant of Belgium who came away with the gold medal. Well, we've got the 4 athletes in the plus 90 kilo category ready, lined up and waiting to come on. We'll just wait for the girls to take leave of that. Right, okay, for those of you who have stayed with us, the diehards who stayed to watch the awarding ceremonies, here is the last one. These are the boys. It's difficult to call boys at that size, isn't it? Look, I know. Anyway, the boys in the plus 90 kilo category. And the medals are being presented by marketing director Eddie Coaz. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Tomas Vraska of the Czech Republic. There's a bronze medal also for Saba Kadava of Georgia. Silver medal goes to Vladislav Dorofeyev of Russia. The gold medal goes to Denis Bachayev of Russia. There are your 4 medalists in the plus 90 kilo category. And as far as the medal table is concerned, Russia topped the medal table with 5 gold medals. Azerbaijan followed in second place with 3. Israel were third with 2. And there was a gold medal each for France, Germany, Ukraine, Georgia, Belgium and Switzerland. All right, so a reasonable sharing out of the medals. 5 for Russia. They have at times really swept the board, but this time there was a little bit of a sharing out there. And now the national anthem of Russia. Well, we've seen all the action, or we've brought you all the action that we've got to bring you. We've seen all the awarding ceremonies. It just remains for Lincoln Hahn and myself to wrap up on today's action, just give you our thoughts on what we've seen today and what's impressed us. So I'm going to ask Lincoln, I mean, a standout athlete for you, a standout moment, because we had a few. I mean, I thought Semenko in particular
Absolutely.
looked good. Loladze of Georgia in the under 81 kilo category. I mean, Ruslan Semenko and his destruction of Francesco Basso in that final of the under 90 kilo category was really memorable. But Bachayev in 7 seconds over his teammate Dorofeev, that was another one. I don't know if I'm stealing your thunder here, but I'm not going to say, well, I've already said it, haven't I? You know, Yelisaveta Litvinenko is irrespective of the quality of the others. She was the standout athlete for me in the under 70 kilo category. Your thoughts then?
I think you know, you said exactly
Sorry about
what's
that,
on my
mate.
mind. You know, and this would be my picks too. You know,
Yeah.
as some of my favorite, because they showed good judo, explosive judo, mature judo for this level. You know, and I think these are probably going to be ready for junior competitions.
Yes, I mean, there are a few others. When you look down the medal table, some names to conjure up for the future. A genuine heavyweight, it's difficult to say. It's early days for Denis Bachayev, but he's not unlike one of the under 100 kilo category players. We'd have to look at him and find out the exact weight to see whether or not he's going to stay there. Loladze in the under 81 kilo category. I know the Georgians are sport for choice when it comes to that particular weight category. Ruslan Semenko, he was impressive, and as I say, you know, he finished off so beautifully there. But again, just to reiterate, she was just so head and shoulders above everyone else. Just going to say one more time, Yelisaveta Litvinenko, name to look out for, really.
Yes, she did beautiful judo, and yes, she finished all her matches by Wazari or Ippons. I think 3 Ippons and 1 Wazari.
Positive scores. Right, we have come to the close of our broadcast here. I want to thank all of our broadcast team for all their work over the last few days. I want to say what a pleasure it has been to be sitting alongside Lincoln Hahn. It's the first time that I've had an opportunity to work with Lincoln, so it was a real pleasure, Lincoln. I was glad to be able to work with you.
Pleasure's mine.
I know I left you to do a lot of the work, but you know, good man, you know, solid team guy.
It's good to be back here after 2 years of absence, you know, because of the pandemic.
We look forward to your company when we next bring you live judo, not just from the age groups, because we've got the Junior European Championships coming up soon, but when we're back on the circuit from the European Opens, but from all the broadcast team here in Riga, Lincoln Hahn and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
For some, judo is just a sport. For me, judo is my life. Winning the Olympic title was my biggest accomplishment. Defending it will be my biggest challenge. To me, judo means respect, fair play, and self-control. I am Lukas Krpalek. I love judo because I love the challenge.